Hello there. Have you ever felt like curriculum can feel a mile wide and an inch deep? Well, Chapter 1, The Nature of Literacy, has a wealth of information in it. It does feel a mile wide. So, my goal today is just to take a few minutes to highlight some of the key points in Chapter 1 and point out how they connect to one another in a meaningful way. While there are many major theories of literacy that are important to each one of us in our own research, one that I want to highlight is the social cognitive view presented by Vygotsky and the importance of the zone of proximal development in relation to calibrating instruction for each student along their own learning continuum. Thinking about how students learn best, this chapter highlights top-down and bottom-up approaches in literacy. In the area of phonics, sometimes the top-down is referred to analytic phonics instruction, and bottom-up is referred to as synthetic phonics instruction. And this text and much of the approach in this course is more of an interactionist approach. We take the meaning that students bring to the text from their own backgrounds and cultures, as well as the importance of directly teaching certain skills and combining what the text offers, the student offers, what we can understand with our peers, and sub-skills of literacy development together to create meaningful instruction. There are a few key major literacy initiatives that are especially important right now. The Elementary and Secondary Act is focused on preparing all students to be college and career ready. The Every Student Succeeds Act, or ESA, requires that all students be taught to academic standards that will provide college and career readiness. This is the latest version of the Elementary and Secondary Act. Although states can select their own goals, they must address the expectation that all groups, including English language learners, students in special education, and those coming from homes with low socioeconomic status, close gaps in both achievement and graduation rate. Additionally, I want to mention the New York State Next Generation English Language Arts Learning Standards. I hope you've had a chance to take a peek at those. They are filled with some really important additions to the Common Core state standards. Some of the highlights in the New York State Next Generation English Language Arts Learning Standards include advanced literacies, denoting a set of skills and competencies that enable communications, spoken and written, in increasingly diverse ways and with increasingly diverse audiences. Additionally, diversity of texts is highlighted. Also, there's an emphasis on supporting emergent multilingual learners through high-quality language interactions and a specific importance of clearly communicating to students and parents that the home language is welcome and valued at school. Teaching academic vocabulary explicitly is another key area, as well as inclusive education and the significant importance of bringing diversity into the classroom. Zone of proximal development, the role of language and culture on literacy learning, the Every Student Succeeds Act, New York State Next Generation English Language Arts Learning Standards, all come together to help us understand the habits of highly effective teachers. Highly effective teachers are both caring and have high expectations. We hold our expectations high for all students. A key component of that is effective lesson instruction. Teacher clarity has a high effect size. It is extremely important. This is carried through with sharing learning intentions, success criteria, providing opportunities for self-evaluation for students, and differentiating instruction and the level of scaffolding across a continuum. So that was a high-level overview of Chapter 1, The Nature of Literacy. I hope you take a little time to dive a little more deeply into some key areas, being sure to check out the New York State Next Generation English Language Arts Learning Standards and the Every Student Succeeds Act. Take good care.